What is up, YouTube? It's your boy DanLeeFlea's back at it with another reaction video. This time to Show Me the Money, episode 2, review by Dan Lee. That's me, baby. A lot of cool things happened. Let's get into it. First, we had all the producers doing their stage performances. So Justice and RT. I thought this song with Justice was really dope. I love the intro ad-lib heading into the fierce rap from Justice. He's super insane, and I really hope that Don Malik joins his team. Foreshadowing. And I didn't know RT produced so many like popular K-pop songs, Blackpink, even some BTS songs. So it's really going to be interesting to see what his productions for all these other rappers are going to look like. He's clearly a really good producer that can make really catchy songs. What can he do with these rappers? Jay Park and Sloan. Seeing Jay Park on the stage is always a joy. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen him do a performance, but I guess he's doing that for, you know, higher music and stuff. But that's when he's at his best. I think when he's on stage, he is performing, and his character really can come to life. You know, he is more than just his lyrics and his rap. He is a lot of stage presence as well. And I thought the production by Shlom on Receipts was really, really clean. Like, I feel like he never has a bad beat or production. And the two of them together, I feel like, are a recipe to make a bunch of, you know, dancing, really catchy jams. There's a lot of strong potential, and I think they're probably... they could be the most versatile because Jay Park can do soft, he can do R&B, he can do hard rap, and Shlom, as a producer, I mean, I personally don't know what his versatility looks like, but he could probably do it all, right? Lil Boy and Groovy Room. Honestly, this to me feels like the caliber of Code Kunst and Gecko. You know, the production of Groovy Room and Code Kunst I feel like could be somewhat comparable, and Lil Boy, he is so flexible. I feel like his voice, his tone, his rap, I feel like could feature on any type of song. Same way as Gecko. And so I feel like this team is kind of like that from season 10, that they can kind of do anything. It's going to be really, really cool to see what they can put out. And with all the drill rappers this season, honestly, Groovy Room might be the best team to have all these drill rappers on. The Quiet and Leela. So I don't really know much about The Quiet. I don't know much about Leela. But I feel like they've shown enough where they're very fun. They honestly have a very strong hype dynamic to their stages. And this one, I think, was really emblematic of that. Especially with The Quiet showing Bentley 2 and the other song. Sorry. But there's a lot of history with The Quiet. And I feel like people sleep on him a lot, including myself. And that he has a lot to offer to these new rappers. Even though they're joining his team. Okay, so we start off with the first 20 seconds, or first 60 seconds. NSW Yoon. Honestly, hearing him after round 1, I was convinced that he was pretty good with his flow, but I wasn't totally over the moon that he was going to be hot shit. But after listening to the stage 2, I think he's super talented. I think he's very confident in his own abilities. He's got a really strong vibe, really good stage presence, and it looks like he can do more than just drill rap. That I'm not entirely sure on yet. We're going to have to wait until stage 3. And I'm really surprised that Shlom wanted NSW. I feel like their vibes are so different. But all in all, I think Leela Mars is probably the best team for him. Just because A, Leela Mars was vibing with him in that first episode. And also The Quiet probably has a lot of roots similar to where NSFW takes his musical inspiration from. Kichiyoji. I'm not a huge fan of him. I mean, I don't dislike him either. I don't really know much about his music, but I also don't think I saw enough of him in season 10 to really make a judgment about him. I thought his performance was really strong though. I thought it was well deserving of an all pass. I'm just interested to see how he's going to be doing. Yeah, I think he definitely fits more with the Lil Boy Groovy Room vibe. I feel like Groovy Room could help excel him, but we'll have to see how he does. You know, everything so far is still a coin toss. Orlensha. Alright, so obviously we've never heard of this guy. I personally don't like him so far. Like, I don't like his personality. I don't like this character that he's putting up. But maybe he'll surprise me. So far, not a fan. I don't really like him. Tamini. She is a dark horse. I love her. Honestly, never heard of her before this season, but her flows are clean. She has a lot of confidence, a lot of charisma. She just exudes, damini on stage. And I think really having her like with the Justice feature would have been sick. But honestly, I could see how Leela Mars and The Quiet could help change her and transform her into something more. So it's gonna be really, really cool. I'm keeping an eye out for her. Tam Min E. You're gonna remember the name. Chillin' homie. He was lackluster for me in season 9. I'll be honest. But I'm glad that he's gotten over the anxiety. I'm glad he's gotten over those inner demons. Um, you know, I wouldn't have given it an all pass. It wasn't like that crazy of a stage performance. I feel like maybe seeing it live is different. Um, but we'll see. It's kind of nice that he's reuniting with Lil Boy again after they did Freak. Or they did Freak, yeah, with Weinstein on season 9. So it could feel like home. They might go well together. We'll have to see. Pull of the Red. Honestly, after his lackluster season on season 9 or season 10 where he kind of embarrassed himself, I'm really glad that he redeemed himself. Now, personally, I don't really care for his style of rap. It's a lot of UK drill. It's a lot of like heavy stuff. But he's very talented. Like, I think he made that very clear in the 60 seconds that he is top notch. He is going to do well. I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll go very far, maybe quarters max. But I think he's going to put out an interesting stage. Honestly, I could see him doing like a very similar North Face God, Samyuk O type stage going into the later stages. Puli Bang. Honestly, I like him. I know he does a lot of drill rap, is from what I'm seeing. I like his vibe. I like his style. I like his like happiness. He just seems to really enjoy his rap. Sorry. I think him sharing a stage with Jay would have been cool. But Lil Boy and Groovy Room, I feel like, are going to really help him out too. I feel like they might help him go out from just the drill and UK rap that he's been doing. But maybe not. I feel like drill rappers for me have the lowest ceilings to really reach. But maybe this producer can do something. Cho Telly. So I think this is one of the unknown rappers, one of 2 that were shown in this episode. I think this rap is okay. I don't think there's a high potential for him to do a lot better. Like, I think there's room to grow, but it's not enough that it's going to be like, whoa, this guy's crazy. It's really going to be up to the producers to really help shape him and mold him. And Lil Boy and Groovy Room might be those to do so. Hun Gyo. I mean, he was nice. I thought it was very ambitious to do 17 seconds of just like no rap. But he does have a very R&B instrumental vibe to him. I think pairing with Jay Park and Shlom was the right choice because of their styles are so similar. And he does remind me a lot of Zior Park. I feel like that's the vibe I get from him. I don't imagine he'll do much better, but hey, you'll never know. Take 1. Okay, I think he was flawed. I think he was very, very offbeat. I think he only got away with it because he has some clout and because he's already popular. So obviously he's lucky in that sense. I don't think he would have gotten an all pass otherwise if he was just a no name. But it's going to be very interesting to see how he pairs up with Jay Park and Shlom. I think they're going to really complement each other's weaknesses. I think Jay is going to help him bring Take One's creative side more and just make him into a more well-rounded rapper. So we'll see. Khan. Honestly, I only saw him as a drill rapper, but I can see how he can kind of mesh into other styles. I feel like this is someone who I wanted to see with The Quiet and Leela Mars because of the hype, because of the stage potential. But I could also see how Justice really wants to take the heel on this and could really help transform his rap style. Justin Pak. Okay, so he's very Korean American. He's just like me. I'm just like him. It's very odd to hear an R&B rapper on Show Me the Money. I mean, I feel like the closest thing we've had, I don't know, Weinstein. Not even close, right? Like, it's very clearly understood why the 3 teams failed him, And the only team that didn't fail him was Jay Park and Shlom. Because this is right up Jay Park's alley, right? Jay Park, has a lot of experience with American rap. Did a lot of R&B in America. Is known for his R&B. I feel like Jay Park was the only person that would have passed Justin Pak. If Jay Park was not on this season of Show Me the Money, this guy would have failed easily. But I think it's only because Jay Park's here this season that he's going to move on. We'll see. I feel like it could be a bit gimmicky. So he really needs to figure out what he's going to do to expand his horizons for the next stage. Roll dice. So Justice said in episode 1 that he needs to do some Korean raps, and that's going to make it more interesting. We didn't get to hear the whole performance from the cutscenes, but honestly, I don't feel too confident in Roll Dice. I don't think he'll go far. It was like, okay. I thought his 60 seconds was fine. I thought it was passable, but I really don't see a lot of growth there. Okay. Digital Dev. I didn't like him round 1. His round 2 is eh. I feel like it's very, very gimmicky. I know I use the word gimmicky a lot, but like he is very gimmicky, right? Like I feel like you're gonna expect the same type of song every time he comes out. If he can change it up, great. That's gonna be interesting. But if he keeps doing the same type of like digital, cyber shit, like I just don't see myself seeing him go past like stage 3, stage 4 maybe. Los, honestly, he was a surprise for me to come out on this season, but hearing his story and hearing how, he is battling a lot, having to send his kid home back to America, it's very brave of him to share that with everyone. So I'm kind of rooting for him. I want him to do well. I wasn't a huge Los fan because I haven't listened to a lot of his music, but I think he really bodied this 60 seconds. He was really, really good, and when he was like, Justice, I have a lot of respect for you. I don't think that was meant for him. I think after hearing what he said to RT and like what he thought about his music, maybe he meant that directly only for RT. So that's kind of funny. But I feel like Justice, could help Los out a lot, in a lot of aspects actually. So we'll have to see. All right, Don Malik. This guy is going to kill this season. I think he's actually going to win this season just on this stage alone. Like he is too good to fail. Like he's got to be top 4, honestly. His ad-libs were clean. His rapping was clean. You can tell he's having so much fun on stage. And joining Justice and RT is a cheat code. Like I feel like he's destined to do well with those two producers. And he's just gonna be really good. I feel like I'm going to love every Don Malik stage this season. So thank you for watching. That's my thoughts from episode 2. Agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. As always, guys, I appreciate your feedback, for always supporting my channel, for watching my videos. And I can't wait for episode 3. It's going to be crazy. We get to see Young G perform, so it's going to be nice. But let me know what you guys thought. Until next time, guys.